Hello everyone, welcome to lecture 3.2. Lecture 3.2 is continuing with the Python control statement. In this lecture we are going to understand about the nested if statement. In the previous lecture we have understood what is if statement, what is if else statement, what is if elif statement, and what is if elif else statement. Now in this lecture we are going to learn what is the use of nested if statement and how to use it practically. So if we talk about nested if, then it is very important block of program in Python. Not only in Python, in other programming languages also nested if is already used, right? So what happened with the nested ifs? For example, it is in programming when we make a software, then we need to put multiple conditions, and on the basis of previous condition, or you can say on the basis of condition number 1, then we have to check condition number 2. On the basis of condition number 2, we have to check condition number 3. It means if condition number 1 is true, if condition number 1 is satisfied, then another condition we have to check, and if that condition is satisfied, then we have to check another statement or another condition, and if all these 3 conditions are continuously true or satisfied, then the final result will be executed. Means, for example, you are going to a bank and you are checking with the account opening inquiry. You want to open an account. So first of all, the bank person will be asking you what's your age. If your age is more than 10, then you are eligible to open the account. Now which account you want to open? You want to open current account or saving account. If you're opening a saving account, then minimum balance cap limitation is this. If you're opening a current account, then minimum balance capacity will be different. Another example we can take, for example, if you're going to get admission in any college, and college is just going to decide in which branch you must take admission on the basis of your percentage, on the basis of your performance. For the admission in the college, you have already appeared in the entrance test, right? So first of all, college is checking if your percentage is more than 95, then you are eligible for the entrance test of that college. And if your percentage in the entrance test, if your percentage in entrance test is more than 90, then you are eligible for the admission in the college. 2 conditions are here satisfied. Condition number 1 is you must have 95% in your 12th exam. If you have 95% in your 12th exam, then only you will be eligible for giving entrance test. Otherwise, no test in that college. You have to go out. It means condition false. And if condition is true, then you have to give entrance test. And now if entrance test you are getting 90%, then you are eligible for the admission. Now, so these are the situations where we have to check multiple conditions. Now the program or software or application we make online, that is very complex. So for more complex conditions checking, we must use nested if, and without nested if we cannot check complex conditions. So as you can see in this, as you can see on the slide, if condition number 1 is true, then condition number 2 is going to be checked, and this statement will be printed. The statement number 1 will be executed if condition number 2 is true. Otherwise, if condition number 2 is false, then statement number 2 will be executed. And if condition number 1 is going to be fail, then it will come to the else part, else block, and in else block condition number 3 will be checked. If condition number 3 is true, then statement number 3 will be executed, and if condition number 3 is going to be fail, then statement number 4 will be executed. Now one example is here. In this program we need to check a person is eligible for the vote, and program should check first if the person is 18 years or older, and if the person is 18 years older, then check if they are citizen of the country, and if both the conditions are true, then print you are eligible for the vote. And if person is less than 18 years or older, then but not the citizen, then you the program must print you need to be a citizen to vote. And if person is younger than 18, then it should print you are not eligible for the vote. As you can see in the program, age and citizen, say two input will be given by the user. Age will be numeric and citizen will be yes, in the form of yes no, so it will be string. So condition number 1 is checked if age is more than 18, then condition number 2 is checked if citizen equal to yes. If you are citizen of country, then you are eligible for the vote. If you are not citizen of the country, then this statement will be printed, you need to be a citizen of the country to vote. Otherwise, if your age is not more than 18, then last else will come, you are not eligible to vote. Second example is also given on the same basis. In this program we are determining the grade of a student based on the marks. The program must check first if the marks is more than 90, and if it is more than 90, then grade A. If it is more than 80, then grade B. More than 70, then grade C. So you can see this is based on also if else and if elif statement, right? Two different control statements are being used here. This is very good example. Now condition number 1 is checking here if the marks is between 0 and 100. A user is going to enter the marks, and if marks is less than 0 or more than 100, then message will come here, invalid marks entry, please enter the number between 1 to 100. And if marks is between 0 to 100, then marks will be checked for the another condition. If marks is more than 90, then you are eligible for grade A. Then again nested condition, nested elif, nested elif, nested elif. So this is nested if, and this is first if, this is second if. So then we can say the if condition which is the innermost, that is the nested of outer if, and the outer very first if will be the normal if, and the another if which is inside of outer if will be nested if. This cycle go on. The multiple nesting you are putting, more complex program will be done. Now example number 3 is given for your reference. You can check it out. In this program we have to enter the body weight and height. After checking the body weight and height, proper entry is done, then BMI will be calculated, and after calculating BMI it will check the BMI and accordingly it will display the message, right? You can do all these 3 examples practically on your computer. I'm going to tell you one more program practically. We are going to deposit some amount in a bank. Okay, we are going to deposit first of all we have to deposit the amount in the bank. Deposit the amount. Condition number 1. Condition number 2, the deposit amount should be more than 10,000. Condition number 3 should be for how many days you want to deposit. So we have to enter the days, right? So deposit will be the entry. Second condition, we have to check total amount deposited, and for how many days we are going to deposit that amount. On the basis of that days we will put different interest rate. So let's start. So here we need to take 2 input from the user, so we can put all this statement into comment so that it cannot create error. So by using this triple dot we can put all statements into comment. So you know what is comment? It is ignored by the compiler, it will not be executed. It is comments are only used for the reference purpose. So first of all take amount equal to, we have to take into integer because it is required to be calculated. Input, and again one more parenthesis we have to open. Enter the amount for fixed deposit. Okay, for fixed deposit. And days we can copy for first. I will request you do not copy paste, you need to type because you are practicing, you are beginner, so you must practice by typing. The more you will type, the more you will write, the more programming concept will be set in your mind. enter the number of days for the fixed deposit. Now condition number 1, if amount is more than 10,000, then we have to do something here, else we are putting first if amount is not more than 10,000, so we can give message kindly deposit at least 10,000, or we can write 10k for this scheme. If amount is more than 10,000, then what we have to check? Number of days. If days more than 7, then if at least we have to enter 7 days, right? If days are more than 7, then we need to calculate the interest equal to amount into, suppose 8% interest bank is offering, so we need to calculate the interest and then total amount equal to amount plus interest. And now here you can print total interest. Here we are just printing interest, total amount with interest. One more statement we can print here, so that proper output is there. Total amount deposit amount, so here will come only the amount which is deposited, total interest gain, and total amount with interest. So here will come here total AMT, right? So now this all statement will be executed only when this condition is going to be true. If this condition is going to be false, then what will print? This else will print. This else will be executed. Kindly enter at least 7 days for this scheme, right? So understood. It is very obvious कि if amount deposited is more than 10,000, then it will be checking for the number of days. If days are more than 7, then you will get the benefit of the scheme, which is 8%. And if number of days are less than 7, it will give this message. And if amount is going to be less than 10,000, then this will be printed. So it means this else is part of this this if statement, and this else is part of this else statement. So when I will suggest, whenever you do multiple if statement, means whenever you use nested if, always put comment like this: if 1 hash if 2, and you can put here hash else 1, so that you can understand easily this is else of if 1 and this is else of if 2. What happened if the program is going to be longer, then it creates confusion in thousands of lines of code. So let's run the program. Press F5, save it. Now enter the amount for fixed deposit. If I'm entering 5,000 only, then enter the number of days for the fixed deposit. Suppose I'm entering number of days 1,000. Now kindly deposit at least 10k for this scheme, right? Again I'm running the program. If I'm depositing 1 lakh and number of days for the fixed deposit only 5, then kindly enter at least 7 days for this scheme. And if I'm going to check both the conditions to be true, 1 lakh and number of days 10 days, then getting total interest 8,000, right, as per the given calculation. I hope you understood this example. To try to run all these examples, and if there is any doubt regarding the if statement, control statement or nested if, you may contact me. And in the next video we are going to discuss about the loop, right? Thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you once again.